in child's pose. So we're coming onto the mat, bringing the two big toes together, bringing the knees as wide as the mat as you go ahead and bring that tailbone towards the heels, walking the palms towards the front of the mat, and just folding over, letting the belly lie onto the thighs or the mat, resting the forehead onto the mat as you breathe. And this is a good relaxation pose. I love to do it at the end of the day, the start of the day. It helps to stretch out not only the lower back, but the upper back as well. The whole spine. So spinal health is really important. So here in this pose, we're going to start to focus on the breath. As you inhale, just notice how the belly rises against the thighs, filling it with air. And on the exhale, letting everything go, belly to spine. And as a yogi, we call this belly breathing. We're inhale, inflating that belly. Breathing from the center. And exhale, letting the air, all the stillness go, belly to spine. And while you're in this practice, focusing on breath, our first affirmation for today, for class, for practice, it's just, I pay gratitude for sound mind and body. I pay gratitude for sound mind and body. We're here for 2 more breaths. Letting everything go, everything soften as we breathe. On the next inhale, start to walk the palms towards the body. Bring the knees together. Go ahead and bring the palms to the low back. Interlace them there. Open up through the chest. Opening up the front body. Maybe even the throat as you gently bring the head back. Speaking words of positivity. And on the exhale, release the palms from the back. And we're going to walk them forward, coming onto all fours. So just checking in with your posture, making sure that your knees are directly over your hips, your shoulders directly over your wrists. We're going to do some cat-cows here. So dropping the belly on the inhale, gazing forward as the tailbone rises. Exhale, pushing all 10 fingers into the earth, into the mat, as you bring that tailbone towards the mat, curving through the spine, chin to chest. Pushing into the mat, feeling that nice roundness in the spine, releasing all the tension from the day, from the weekend. So leading with that tailbone, we're going to start from the tailbone, bringing it up towards the sky, dropping the belly, and gaze forward. Using that tailbone as a guide. So inhale, tailbone round, bringing it down, rounding through the spine, bringing the chin towards the chest. Do that 3 more times, leading with that tailbone, bringing that tailbone skyward as we drop the belly, gazes forward. Exhale, round, drop, bringing that tailbone towards the earth, rounding through the spine. Once more, moving and breathing. And when you're ready, go ahead and bring it to flat back. We're going to do some barrel rolls, just moving the upper torso. We're going to take it to the right, and then maybe come down towards the heels, and to the left and forward. Just creating space, moving and breathing, getting into all the nooks and crannies, those muscles that need to be awakened. Breathing as we move. warming up those muscles, preparing for movement. And as you come center, start to reverse those circles. Don't worry what it looks like. We're all here to breathe and move. So really exaggerate those circles. Maybe moving the head as well. See how far you can go down towards those heels. And when you're ready, come to center, come to stillness. We're going to walk the palms out towards the front of the mat, keeping those hips towards the sky. We're going to keep the tailbone towards the sky as we go ahead and drop the belly, chest, and chin. This is puppy pose. So we can be on the chin or just float the forehead down, whichever feels comfortable in the neck. We're doing what feels good for your body for the moment. Releasing tension from that upper back, shoulder, those traps, delts, triceps, typing, texting. We're here for one more breath. And on the inhale, just keeping the forearms down onto the mat, bringing the body forward. We're coming down onto the belly. So bringing the legs long behind us, coming into or setting up for Sphinx pose. So we're on the forearms here, stretching through the front body, rolling the shoulders back, down and back. As we push into those forearms, push into those palms, open up through the chest, breathing here. You start to focus on that lower back as well. So we're going to inhale, press into that right hip as we bring the right shoulder center, maybe gaze over the left. Exhale. Inhale, bring it back to center. Start to push into that left hip, bringing that left shoulder center, gazing over the right. Breathing as you move. Let's do that movement twice more. Pressing into that right hip. Hold it from center. Resetting the hips. Opening up those hips. The groin. Breathing as we move, allowing those muscles to soften and release. When you're ready, come to center. I'm going to take a deep breath in, pushing into those forearms, rolling the shoulders back. Releasing tension in that front body once more. And on the exhale, slowly lower belly, chest, and chin. We're going to take the arms out like a T. And start to go ahead and press into the tops of the feet. Press into the palms. We're going to go ahead and bend the elbows, bringing the palms directly underneath the elbows. Underneath the shoulders. Tenting the fingers. We're going to inhale, start to lift the chest and chin for baby cobra. And exhale, float it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, float it down. Once more, inhale, lift. Exhale, float it down. We're going to go ahead and take that left palm and thread it through over to the right as we go ahead and come onto our left side of the body and start to bend through that top leg so that right knee is bent. And go ahead and open up like a T. This is a great twist. Good for the lower back, feeling lower back pain from sitting or standing all day. This is a great way to release it. Great pose to release that too. So just breathing here. And with each exhale, allowing the shoulders to float towards the earth. On the inhale, we're going to take that right palm over to the left. And exhale, float it over to the right. Breathing and moving. Inhale, take it to the left. Touching that left palm, maybe. And exhale, float it away and back to the right. Do that twice more. Moving with breath. Inhale, reach over. Exhale, float it back. Being mindful, going as slow or as fast as the breath. Let's do that once more. And then bringing that palm back over to the right, placing the palm down, de-threading the arm, coming back onto the belly, moving with breath. Be mindful here. Moving carefully. So your palms are directly under your shoulders. We're going to do that baby cobra movement once more as we inhale, roll the shoulders back, lifting chest, chin, exhale, floating down. Doing that nice wave. We open up through the chest. Exhale, bring it down. We're going to go ahead and take that right palm this time and thread it through over to the left. Coming onto that right side of the body. Bending through that top knee, that left knee. Then go ahead and reach that top arm out like a T. Releasing tension with that low back hips. Breathing here. Here for one more breath. On the inhale, go ahead and take that left palm over to the right. Exhale, float it back. Out like a T. Inhale, take it over. Really reach, open up through the back of the shoulders and scalp. And then exhale, we're opening up through the pecs, the chest. So it's a 2-for-1 here. We're targeting not only the low back, the hips, we're getting some love in that upper back as well. Let's do one more round of movement with breath. Keeping that right shoulder grounded in the earth as we breathe and move. Awesome. So let's bring that left palm back. We're going to go ahead and plant the palm, that left palm, so that we can transition back onto the belly, threading that arm. So palms directly underneath the shoulders. We're going to go ahead and push up back to all fours. Remember, knees directly underneath the hips, wrists under those shoulders. And let's reset that lower back. Start to draw circles, just that lower back, the hips. And then reverse the circles, just resetting that lower back, noticing how it feels. Maybe even involve the head. Work on the neck and shoulders a bit. You might even feel some adjustments going on, and that's totally natural. And when you're ready, come to stillness, come to center. We're going to tuck the toes. Go ahead and start to lift those knees, lifting the tailbone towards the sky. So listen here, we're keeping a generous bend in the knees. Pushing into all 10 fingers. So spreading out those fingers wide, pushing into the knuckles, the palms, sending the gaze back behind the knees, keeping those knees bent generously. We're going to pedal out the feet here. So drawing one heel towards the earth and then the other, moving and breathing. We're getting into those calves, the hamstrings, warming them up for movement. Okay if those heels don't touch, just the intention. Again, breathing while we move. Deep inhalations and even deeper exhalations. And when you're ready, come to stillness. Let's go ahead and lift the heels coming onto the toes. And then exhale. Go ahead and bring the heels towards the earth. Again, it's okay if it doesn't touch. It's just the intention. And we're going to straighten the legs. Just keeping a slight micro bend in the knees as we gaze behind the knees towards the thighs. Really pushing all 10 fingers into the mat, coming into our downward dog. Creating that nice V shape. Awesome. On the next inhale, bend the knees generously. Gaze towards the front of the mat, and we're going to walk our feet directly behind the hands, coming into a fold, or forward fold. So letting the head hang heavy here. Rock left to right if that feels good. Keeping that micro bend in the knees. And to create even more weight, let's go ahead and place the arms on either, or the palms on either elbow, creating that nice weight here, acting as a pendulum. We could rock left to right. So this is a good way to decompress the spine, that lower back, forward fold. And as we place the palms on the elbows, that creates a weight to help release tension in the upper back as well. You can go ahead and rock left to right, bob the head left to right, forward and back. Just do what feels good to help release that tension. When you're ready, you can come to stillness, release the palms, and let the shoulders round, pushing into all four corners of the feet as we slowly rise one vertebrae at a time. So starting with that tailbone, bringing it down, letting those shoulders round, and the head comes up last. Awesome. So coming into mountain pose. Just taking a breath here, just to notice how you feel. So palms face out. We're going to take 2 deep belly breaths in and out through the nose. Pushing into all 4 corners of the feet. So noticing how that feels. Maybe bringing the weight into the toes. And then bringing the weights to the heels, lifting the toes. Bringing the weight to the right corners of the feet, sides of the feet, and the left. And then coming back to center. And then pressing all 4 corners of the feet into the earth. I'm going to start to bend the knees. I'm going to really wake up the body here. Do some bouncing. So just bounce. Just bending. We're bending the knees. You don't even have to lift the heels. Just bend the knees. Bend and straighten. So this bouncing helps to release tension in the muscles and the fascia and the tissue. This vibration movement. And it also helps to bring energy in the body. So I do this every morning. My go-to, instead of a cup of coffee, this is my cup of coffee, creating that energy, creating vibrations here. So releasing all the stagnant tissue, stuck tissue from the muscles. You can even start to shake the palms here. So start to shake the hands. Then we're gonna inhale, start to lift those hands high up towards the sky. And then exhale it down. Practicing that movement with breath. Inhale, lift. Still bouncing. Exhale, bring it down. Again, inhale, lift. And exhale, bring it down. Awesome. Let's slow down the bounce. Coming into stillness, we're going to do some arm swings. So start to move left to right, swinging those arms. And this is primary movement in Qigong. Anyone's familiar with Qigong, that meditative movement that opens up the Qi. This wave-like movement, move like water. Anyone's heard that saying? Go with the flow, move like water. Just opens up that Qi, releasing all the stagnant energy from the body, bringing positive, good Qi, good energy. So start to allow the palms to hit the sides of the body where our kidneys are, stimulating those kidneys. So you know kidneys are responsible for releasing toxins. So we're stimulating that to help release those toxins. And then start to tap the front of the body, so the pelvis, just below the belly button. In Qigong, this is the door of life. So we're knocking on the door of life. Our affirmation here is, I am grateful for my life and life of others. I am grateful for my life and life of others. Let's start to move up the energy meridian, going above the belly button to the belly, tapping there, that digestive system, moving to the sternum, the chest, opening up those lungs. Our affirmation here is, I am thankful for breath. I am thankful for breath. Let's go ahead and move up, tapping either shoulders or around that heart area. Tapping up that energy for love and creativity. I show love to myself. I show love to others. I show love to myself and others. Awesome. Let's go ahead and slow it down, just letting the arms come down and swing slowly until we come to stillness. Just taking a breath here in stillness, coming back to our mountain pose, maybe palms face forward, shoulders away from the ears, pressing into all four corners of the feet, tucking that tailbone. Take a deep breath in through the belly, letting that belly rise, inflate with air. Exhale, let everything go. And we're really going to start to warm up here. Let's go ahead on the next inhale, taking the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, palms down or palms together. We're going to forward fold, so hinging from the hips, bending those knees generously, bringing the belly to the thighs, letting the weight of the head hang heavy. Exhale. Pressing into all four corners of the feet. We're floating those palms up the shins to the knees. Flat back, so gaze is forward, shoulders away from the ears. Nice flat back. Exhale, bend through those knees, forward fold, belly back to the thighs. We're going to tuck that chin towards the chest and slowly rise one vertebrae at a time. That head comes up flat. Inhale, lifting those arms up towards the sky. And palms together. So these are sun salutation aids. We're paying homage to the sun, being thankful for the sun today. As we exhale, go ahead and hinge from the hips, forward fold, belly to thigh. Inhale, flat back, dragging those palms up the shins to the knees. Gaze is forward, shoulders away from the ears. As we exhale, bend through the knees, belly to thigh. Hold. Inhale, pushing into all four corners of the feet, slowly rising. That head comes up last. Right away, we're bringing those arms up. Inhale, exhale, palms together, diving down, forward fold, moving with breath. One breath, one movement. Inhale, flat back, gaze is forward. Exhale, fold. Do that twice more. Kind of speed up the pace as we breathe and move. Exhale, dive it down. Creating energy and warmth in the body. We're warming up those muscles. Exhale, fold. And inhale, slowly rise. This time, let's bring the arms up and start to lift the heels. So we're practicing balance here. So you can come onto your toes. Just hold for 2 breaths. Find your focal point. Find your drishti. Awesome. And exhale. Bring the heels down slowly. Let's bring the arms down. Good. That again. Let's inhale. Take the arms up. This time we're going to grasp that left elbow. And then exhale, bring it over to the right. Push into that left hip. Inhale back to center. Go ahead and release, grabbing the opposite elbow as we inhale. Exhale, bring it to the left, pushing into that right hip. And inhale back to center. Releasing the wrists. We're going to bring the fingertips towards the sky. On the exhale, bend through the elbows, low pulsing those elbows, open up through the chest, mini back bend. Releasing tension in that front body. And inhale back up. Exhale, swan dive it down, leading with the chest, belly to thighs, forward fold. Let's plant the palms directly in front, bending those knees generously. We're going to start to tent the right fingers, bending into that right knee as we straighten the left. And we're going to inhale, take that left palm up towards the sky, following with the gaze, nice easy twist. So we're targeting that left hamstring. Breathing here. And feel a nice stretch in that left hamstring. So you don't have to lock the knees, just a slight micro bend. So you're not locking in the knees. But we're bending generously in that right knee. Good. One more breath here, reaching towards the sky with that left palm, those left fingers. And on the exhale, we're keeping the arms where they are, bending through those knees, placing the palm directly onto the mat. And then we're going to take that right foot back, coming into a lunge. Good. So pushing in towards that right heel, that back heel, opening up through the chest. So acting as if you're against the wall here. So we're stacking the shoulders. Breathing here. Nice deep breath. So everything is active. We're pushing into all 5 fingers. We're pushing into the heels. We're pushing into that bended foot. We're reaching towards the sky. And on the exhale, slowly start to bring that back knee down onto the mat and untuck the toes. Pushing into that front foot, we're going to bring the arms, body up, arms are front and back, either gazing forward or over the fingers here. Pushing into that front foot for stability, squaring off the hips. So maybe take that right hip back, left hip forward. Awesome. So you can stay here, or for a deeper twist, take that front palm to the outside edge of that front thigh. Gazing behind the left shoulder, gently pushing in towards that thigh with that palm to create space in a deeper twist. Breathing here. So twists are great to break the spine, great for spinal health, and help the digestive system. One more breath. And on the inhale, go ahead and take that front palm forward. We're going to flip the front palm, bring it up overhead, maybe back palm grazes the back leg. It's a modified reverse warrior. Breathing here. We're getting into the rib cage. Those right ribs. Opening up through the chest, through those ribs. Breathing. Allowing us to breathe a little more freely. One more breath in. On the exhale, bring both arms up, squaring the hips. So making sure the hips are pointed forward. Inhale. On the exhale, we're going to float the palms down, framing that front foot. Awesome. We're going to sink into the hips. Make adjustments here to allow those hips to sink towards the mat. Maybe bringing the foot forward or that back knee, back of it, creating space. To rock left to right if that feels good, or stay in stillness. This is your practice. One more breath here. On the exhale, we're going to start to straighten that front leg. And lifting the toes, flexing that front foot. Half split. Breathing here. So our body is directly over that thigh. On the next inhale, go ahead and peel that foot back down. Bending through the front knee, sink into the hips. Exhale. Inhale, push into the heels. We lift the toes, straighten the leg, back into our split. So we're breathing and moving. Exhale, bend into that front knee, sink into the hips. One more round of movement and breath. Inhale, legs straight. Exhale, bend into the knees, sink into the hips. I'm going to inhale, straighten that leg, flexing that foot, really bringing the toes towards the body. I'm going to start to lengthen through the spine, so bringing the head forward. And then exhale, you can bend into the elbows, allowing the body to come a little bit closer towards the leg, allowing gravity to just pull you down here. Breathing into those hamstrings, calves, allowing those muscles to soften and release. Awesome. One more breath. On the next inhale, go ahead and bring that foot back down onto the mat, bending through the knee. And walk the palms back to frame that front foot. We're going to tuck the back toe, straighten that back leg, coming back into our lunge. So listen carefully. We're going to bring that back foot to the outside edge of the mat to meet the front. So when you're ready, inhale, bring that back foot to the outside edge. We're coming into a squat. So our squat could be here with the tailbone hovering, or here, wherever feels comfortable in the body. So if the squat is not in your practice, go ahead and come down onto the mat into butterfly pose with the soles of the feet together. So we're just targeting the inner groin and the hips. So if you're in butterfly, maybe use those forearms or elbows to allow the hips to open. If you're in a squat, go ahead and bring the palms together, thumbs to heart center, using those elbows to open up through the hips. So this is something our ancestors did on a daily. It's a practice we stray away from with modern equipment like chairs, seats. So this is a good pose to open up the hips, which is cause that lower back pain. Releasing tension in the lower back. So you can stay in stillness or rock left to right, or just sit and breathe. One more breath here. And if you're in a squat, go ahead and start to take the palms directly in front, and then start to straighten through the legs. If you're sitting, meet us in a forward fold, belly to the thighs. Letting the weight of the head hang heavy here. We're going to start to tuck that chin towards the chest, slowly rising one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last Right away, bring those arms up. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, palms together, hinge from the hips, forward fold. So we're going to do that on the other side. We're going to place those palms directly in front. Start to tap the left fingers this time. Generous bend in that left knee as we straighten the right. On the inhale, bring that right palm up towards the sky, falling with the gaze. Breathing. So stacking the shoulders, really open up through that chest. One more breath. On the exhale, keeping the palms, the arms where they are, bending through both knees, allowing yourself to plant that palm fully onto the mat. Exhale, we're going to take that left foot back into our lunge, pushing into that back foot so the hips are square. We're on the ball of the back foot, pushing into it. Awesome. Breathing here. And when you're ready, go ahead and lower onto the knee. If they're already, untuck the toes. We're going to push into that front foot, bring the body up, arms front and back. So again, gaze is forward or towards the fingertips, whichever feels good in the neck. Breathing here. So if you did on the other side, let's take that front palm to the outer edge of the thigh. Start to gaze back, creating a deeper twist here, really rinsing out that spine. Doesn't matter depth, doing what feels good. So whatever's comfortable in the body today. One more breath. On the inhale, go ahead and take that front palm out. And we're going to flip the front palm, bring it up towards the sky. Modified reverse warrior, breathing into the left ribs, creating space and breath. One more deep breath in and out through the nose. Let's inhale, bring both arms squaring off the hips pointed forward. Inhale. On the exhale, go ahead and plant the palms down, framing that front foot. Go ahead and sink into the hips. Breathing. One more breath. On the inhale, start to breathe and move. And start to straighten that front leg. You can bring the palms back as you flex that foot, toes pointed towards the body. Exhale. Inhale, start to bend through the knee. And exhale, sink into the hips. Inhale, leg straighten. Exhale, bend into the knee. Sink into the hips. Breathing and move. Again, being mindful. Moving slow with breath. Getting that nice deep stretch, opening up those muscles in the hamstrings and the calf. So flexing that foot, straightening that front leg. We're going to inhale, lengthen through the spine, bringing that head forward. As we exhale, fold a little deeper, bringing the belly towards the spine. This time I invite you to just windshield wiper the toes. So bringing the toes left to right, move the hips. Just noticing how that feels, getting into all three hamstrings. Coming to stillness, taking a breath here. Exhale, coming a little bit deeper. And on the inhale, start to walk the palms back to frame that foot, sink into the hips, bending through that knee. Exhale. We're going to tuck the back toes, straighten that back leg. Again, we're taking that back foot to meet the front, the outer edge of the mat. Coming back into our squat. We're only staying here for a breath. We're going to use this to transition onto the mat. So bringing the palms in back of us. So go ahead and take a seat. So we're sending the legs out in a V shape, straddling. If this feels good for you. Awesome. Take a deep breath in as we lengthen through the spine. So crown of the head is skyward. On the exhale, we're hinging from the hips. We're walking the palms out away from the body. Just going as far as it feels good. Keeping a slight bend in the knees, keeping those feet flat to protect the knees. And breathing. Nice deep belly breath in and out through the nose. Releasing the hamstrings, the back of the legs, getting into that low back, the hips. You can stay in stillness or rock left to right. That feels good. One more breath. And on the inhale, start to walk the palms towards that right foot. So we're bending that right elbow, placing the forearm down, parallel to the leg. And we're going to inhale, take that left arm up. Opening up, stack the shoulders, open up through the heart. To stay here or exhale, bring it over towards the right. Just allowing it to hover. Or if you're feeling really spicy, go ahead and go for grabbing the toes. You're doing what feels good. This is your practice. So we're targeting that QL muscle. Feel that stretch, that QL in the lower back. It's responsible for that tension from sitting all day, standing all day, releasing that muscle to help release lower back pain. One more breath here. And on the exhale, go ahead and place that hovering arm down. And we're going to go ahead and rotate the body directly over that thigh. We're facing over the thigh. We're going to inhale, create a nice long spine as we bring the head forward. And exhale, hinge from the hip. Hold. Again, just going as deep as feels comfortable. Feel the stretch in the groin, the inner thigh, as well as the hamstrings, maybe even the calf. Making sure that foot is flexed, toes point towards the body. One more breath. And on the inhale, go ahead and start to walk the palms back to center. Taking a deep breath in, exhale, fold. Good. On the inhale, start to walk the palms to that left foot. Do it on this side here. So bringing that forearm down, we're going to inhale, take that right arm up. Again, either stay here, or go ahead and take that arm hovering over towards the left. We'll go ahead and go for those toes. We're just targeting that QL muscle, those lower back. Even the lats here, we're getting into those lower body side muscles. Creating space, releasing tension. Getting rid of that tension that causes that pain. Releasing those muscles with breath. So we all should be breathing here. And those belly breaths in and out from the nose. Good. And when you're ready, rotate the body towards the earth as you bring that palm down. So go ahead and bring the body directly over that thigh. We're going to inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, fold. Again, flexing that foot, toes point towards the body. Getting into that left hamstring, lower back. One more breath here. On the inhale, start to come up a little bit and start to walk the palms back to center. We're going to walk the palms out away from the body. And see if you can notice if you're able to come down a little further, even if it's just half an inch. And breathing in stillness, rocking as you breathe. One more breath. And on the next inhale, start to walk the palms towards the body. And then head comes up last. Just noticing how you feel, shoulders away from the ears. We're going to use the palms underneath the knees to lift the knees. Doing what makes sense, not to strain ourselves. So coming onto the soles of the feet. I'm going to take the palms in back of us, doing some windshield wipers. So we're going to take the knees to the left, exhale, and to the right. Just moving and breathing. Also massage, nice massage for the glutes. Good. Noticing how that lower body feels. And when you're ready, come to stillness. So we're going to prepare for a bridge. We're going to come down onto our backs, keeping the knees bent, coming down onto your back. We're going to walk the heels towards the palms. So palms face down, walking the heels towards the fingers. Making sure that the knees are pointed forward, not splaying out. We're going to start to lift those hips, pressing into the palms, pressing into all four corners of the feet. Start to lift the hips. That tailbone lifts, hips, low back, mid back, and chest. Squeezing through the glutes at the top. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And exhale, lower. Upper back, mid back, hips, tailbone comes down last. Awesome. Do that again. Pushing into all four corners of the feet, lifting that tailbone, lower back, mid back, and chest. Squeezing those glutes at the top. And exhale, lower. One vertebrae at a time. That tailbone comes down last. Being sure to keep those knees forward, not splay open. Pushing into all four corners of the feet. Once more as we lift that tailbone. Lower back, mid, and upper. This time, hold. Don't hold the breath. Holding the pose. Breathing here. Squeezing those glutes. Creating strength. Using that core as well. Strengthening the core. Into the core as well. Do 2 more breaths. Alright, let's go ahead and exhale down slowly. Tailbone comes down last. Awesome. Go ahead and take the knees in towards the chest. Hug them in towards the chest. We're going to rock left to right, massaging that low back. It's a good self-massage. I do this at the end of the day. My lower back, circular knee. Nice self-massage. So even getting into the glutes, walking a little bit further to the right and left. When you're ready, come into stillness. We're going to take our palms onto our knees and just draw circles with the knees. Getting into that lower back. Nice self-massage. Drawing the knees, extending the arms. Draw the knees forward to the right, back towards the chest. You can draw circles the opposite direction. Breathing as you move. as you breathe. When you're ready, come to stillness. We're going to place the soles of the feet back onto the mat. We're going to take that right ankle on top of the left knee, creating that figure 4. So you can stay here using that right palm to gently push that knee open towards the right. Or go ahead and thread that right arm through, bringing that left knee towards the chest, keeping both feet flexed. Breathing here, opening up those hips. Good. Awesome. Nice deep belly breaths, just allowing those muscles to soften. So only going as far as feels good, because if you're holding your breath, you're causing more tension, more pain. Awesome. So on the exhale, you can go ahead and place that foot down, keeping that figure 4. We're going to go ahead and bring that knee over to the right, so that top knee comes down, creating a twist, bringing the arms out like a T and looking left. So if this is too much, you can uncross the foot, bringing the knees together to touch, and just bringing the knees over to the right as you look left. Again, doing what feels good in your body. We're here for a breath. Just allowing those shoulders to stay flush against the earth, against the mat. When you're ready, you can uncross that knee, bringing the knees together, and then bringing one knee up at a time, bringing the soles of the feet back onto the mat. I'm going to do the other side. So left ankle over right knee. Again, stay here or thread the arm through, bringing that right knee towards the chest, keeping the feet flexed. Breathing here. Nice deep belly breaths. One more breath. And when you're ready, go ahead and bring the knee, the sole of the foot, over to the left as you look right. Again, if this is too much, just bring the knees together and let them come down towards the earth. One more belly breath. When you're ready, uncross the foot. And we're going to bring one knee at a time back to center. Sole of the feet back on to the mat. Let's go ahead and hug your knees in towards the chest one more time, but bringing those knees a little further apart. So bringing the knees towards the armpits here. We're going to prepare for half or happy baby. So go ahead and bring the palms to the outer edge of the feet, the pinky toe edge of the feet. And bringing the soles of the feet skyward. So the knees are pointed towards the armpits. And try to bring that tailbone down, flush against the mat. Breathing here. Creating that nice long spine as we bring that tailbone down. Maybe even gently pushing in towards the palms with the feet. And pushing back with the palms into the feet. Allowing space in the thighs and hips. So you can stay here or rock left to right. Or if happy baby is in your practice, it's nothing new to you. Go ahead and extend one leg and the other. So you're doing, again, what feels good in your body in the moment. breathing is what everyone should be doing. And this pose, our affirmation is, I show up with grace for any obstacle ahead. I show up with grace for any obstacle ahead. One more breath. On the exhale, you can release the palms, using them to bring the knees together. Bring the soles of the feet down onto the earth. And walk the feet as wide as the mat, bringing the knees together. This helps to reset and release that lower back. Stay here for a breath. You could stay here. Or go ahead and prepare for Savasana. Just bringing one leg down at a time. Let the feet fall open. Bringing the palms down by your side. Palms face up, shoulders away from the ears. And just letting the body be supported by the earth, by the mat. Let's bring the focus back to breath as we did in the beginning of class with that belly breath. As we inhale, fill that belly here. Maybe watching it rise or notice how it rises. Holding at the top and then exhale, belly to spine, letting everything go. Everything unwanted, all the still air. Go ahead and take 2 more deep belly breaths, in and out through the nose. Filling that belly with air on the inhale. Holding at the top on the exhale, belly to spine. Start to breathe at your own pace. Letting thoughts of what to do next come and go. Just focus on your breath. Maybe taking this time to scan the body, noticing how it feels after all the work we did. Noticing any areas of tension that may remain and sending breath there. Also noticing any areas of tension that have disappeared. Sending gratitude there. As we focus on our breath, I'm going to check in with our affirmations of gratitude. I feel nothing but gratitude for my life. I feel nothing but gratitude for my life. I am in charge of my happiness. I am in charge of my happiness. I am fortunate to have clean water and food to nourish my body. I am fortunate to have clean water and food to nourish my body. The more I express my gratitude, the more I receive and am thankful for. The more I express my gratitude, the more I receive and am thankful for. I appreciate the simple things in life. I appreciate the simple things in life. The universe is supporting me. The universe is supporting me. Let's take one more deep breath in and out through the nose before we awaken the body. On our next inhale, start to lift the arms up overhead, maybe interlacing the fingers or bringing the palms together, prayer mudra. As we reach the palms away from the body, start to point the toes, acting as if someone was stretching us from either end, stretching that spine nice and long. Inhale and exhale, release, letting the palms come back by your side. We're going to start to bend one knee, then the other, and bring the knees to either side, left or right of the mat, coming into a fetal position. Just taking a couple of deep breaths here. And when you're ready, slowly start to sit up into a comfortable seat. Either legs out long in front of you or crossed. Whichever feels good in the body. Go ahead and send the spine nice and long as we inhale through the nose. And on the exhale, we're going to open the mouth and let out an HA. That again. Inhale, deep breath in, filling that belly with air, holding at the top. On the exhale, open the mouth, stick out the tongue, and let out an HA. Awesome. We're going to take the palms to the knees and start to bring the body forward to the right and back. Creating nice big circles. Coming to center, reverse the circles. And as we go to the right and left, pushing opposite knee towards the earth, opening up the hips as well. When you're ready, come to center. We're going to go ahead and place the palms by our side. Start to walk that left fingers out away from the body. We're taking the right ear towards the right shoulder, getting into the neck here. And stretch. We breathe into that left side of the neck, releasing the tension from driving, typing, texting. On the next inhale, start to lift the gaze up towards the sky. And then exhale, take it down, chin to chest. So this movement here gets into different aspects of the neck muscles, releasing that stuck tissue. When you're ready, go ahead and take the gaze back to center, bringing the ear a little bit closer towards the shoulder. I'm going to take the gaze towards the shoulder. Inhale, and then exhale to the opposite upper corner of the room. Doing that no-like motion. Breathing and moving. Inhale, gaze towards the shoulder, and exhale up. Targeting the front of the neck. Scaling side of the neck. And when you're ready, come back to center, bringing the ear just a bit closer towards the shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, dragging that palm towards the body as we rotate the head forward, chin to chest, letting the weight of the head hang heavy. Breathing into the back of the head and neck. On the next inhale, start to walk those right fingers away from the body. Go ahead and bring that left ear to left shoulder. Breathing into that right side of the neck. Even here, notice one side may be tighter than the other, which is totally normal. It's typical. We have dominant sides. I'm going to do that yes motion. As we inhale, gaze up, and exhale down, chin to chest. Breathing. Being mindful here, going as slow or as fast as the breath. When you're ready, come to center, bringing that air towards the shoulder. One more breath. Start to do that no motion, bringing the gaze towards the shoulder. And exhale up towards the sky. Moving with our breath helps to send a signal to the brain to relax and release the tension. Triggering that nice calming endorphins hormone instead of rushing into it, which causes injury and tension. When you're ready, come back to center, stillness, bringing the ear just a bit closer towards the shoulder. Inhale, exhale, round, chin to chest, bringing the palm back towards the body, letting the weight of the head hang heavy. Exhale. On the inhale, we're going to slowly lift the gaze up towards the sky, bringing the head back, opening up that throat chakra, throat, and then exhale. Slowly bring the gaze forward. And keep the eyes closed here as we inhale, bringing the arms up towards the sky, reaching tall, lengthening through the spine. On the exhale, palms together, thumbs to heart center, thanking ourselves for showing up today for self-care, the Serenity Self-Care Sunday yoga stretch. I thank you for allowing me to be your guide in this yoga journey. Together we say, Namaste, love and light. Namaste.
Namaste.
Awesome. Thank you guys. How you guys feeling?
Good.
Nice and relaxed and stretched out, ready to conquer today, ready for the week.
Ready for a nap? Yeah.
So if you weren't here, if you missed it, my introduction, I am Nataki with Well Balanced Bodies, Holistic Health and Wellness Studio. We're located right here in Jonesboro, where we focus on holistic services, such as massage therapy, yoga, wellness products like healing oils, all that good stuff, as well as wellness travel. So I'm doing a wellness retreat to Bali this June 2025. So everything holistic and wellness. And I want to send a special thank you to JVO Event Studio Space. Thank you, JC. The owner here is in the back. Please check him out. Check out his website. Check out what he has to offer. This is a beautiful space for events like this one, as well as he has co-working spaces, virtual mailbox. So if you have a small business or a business and need a virtual office address, that's the guy. All right. If you would like more information in my website, you can check out my QR code or see me for my website, which has all my holistic health and wellness services attached. And also, if you registered, I'm gonna keep you informed for events. More events like this one should be coming up in the near future. All right. Thank you, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Before you go, we're gonna do a quick photo for the gram. Gotta do it for the gram. Gotta do it for the gram.
Are you gonna do about that sign or? And we can hold up your sign?
The flood comes in and that thing, I was like, I can't have both.
Yeah, it was like I would feel the heat, then I would feel a whip of the cold, and then this was like too high. It was just like
It was no cold back there. It was all. I was like, how am I wearing shorts and gear?
I was recording.
No, that is not.